Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I hope that all of you are doing very well. And I must tell you that I'm doing very well too. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it, as always. And I would like to welcome all of you to another episode of TJ's Topics. That's right. And and I should let you know who I am too, because I could be posing as TJ and I might be somebody else. But I am TJ, and it is such a pleasure to be with you. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I consider it a joy, an honor, and a privilege just to be able to come into your presence on any given occasion. You just don't know what it means to me. It means more to me than I could ever say. And I tell you, I really do value the time that you are willing to spend with me, because I really enjoy the time that I spend with you. It means a lot. Now, today I want to talk about something very important. And for those of you who have been keeping up with the news, you all are fully aware of the fact that this 2024 presidential election is nothing short of a hot mess. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. I have never in my life seen anything like this. And aren't you all tired of Orange Man? Ain't y'all tired of Donald Trump? I mean, now everybody made fun of Joe Biden, talking about how old he is and stuff like that. You know, first of all, I would consider myself truly blessed to live to be Joe Biden's age. I mean, 81 years old, walking around on this planet for 81 years is nothing short of a blessing and a miracle, because think of all of the hell we have to go through living on this earth, and you survive 81 years of that. You ought to be turning over every chair and table and flower pot and everything, rejoicing and being grateful, being thankful that you lived that long, because so many people don't make it that far. They really don't. But I guess he saw where he had had enough. And after so many people kept on hounding him about his age and stuff, he decided to go ahead and drop out. So now we have Kamala, and we're going to hope for the best with her. And because no matter what, we got to keep Trump out that White House. We don't need him. We don't need him back up in there, for goodness sake. So since we have Kamala Harris now as the Democratic candidate for the White House, this leads to a very important discussion that I'd like to have with you for just a moment. And that is the changing color of the United States. That's what I'm talking about. The changing color of the United States. And believe it or not, this country is changing colors fast. It is. Because, for the longest time, the Caucasian population has pretty much been the brand of this country. The old white man has been the face of politics and the media and a whole bunch of different outlets in this country. But now we see things starting to change. And I think it's good, because it's time. I mean, America is not all white. Now, think about this here. When they say America, all they're thinking about is the 50 states, these United States. That's what they call America. But the truth is, that is not all of America, because America is comprised of multiple countries. You have North America and South America. And in North America, of course, you have the United States, but you also have Canada, you have Mexico, then you have South America and all of its countries, most of which are people of color, by the way. That's the dominant color in South America. Various shades of brown. And of course you have the islands, all these different islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands and Cuba and Dominican Republic, and you have Puerto Rico, and all the different islands that make up what we call America. And there are a lot of people of color in these different places. So I'm here to tell y'all that the colors are changing. The changing color of the United States. It's changing. I mean, we should have saw this change taking place back in 2008, when we elected Barack Obama as our first black president. That should have woke people up then, because we never thought there would be a black president in this country. I certainly never thought there would be one in my lifetime. I thought by the time we got a black president, that will I've been going on, or at the very least, laying on my deathbed, or getting close to it anyway. But here we are. So are we on the verge of having our second black president? And this time, a black woman? We've had our first black male president, and we've always had men presidents. But are we on the verge of electing and inaugurating our very first black female president? We almost had a female president some years back when Hillary ran against Trump in 2016. And Hillary won the popular vote. But somehow she came up a little short on the Electoral College. And old raggedy Trump got it. But now here we are again. And we got another woman running against Trump. So let's all go to the polls in November and vote. Let's see if we can put a woman over the finish line this time. A black woman at that. Wouldn't that be something to have our very first black female president in the United States of America? That would really be something. And I do feel like she's capable enough to do the job. And she will represent not only black folk, but she will represent all of this country. Everybody, regardless of skin color. And that's why it's time to set aside the differences that we have, with skin color and stuff. It's time's out for that. Truth is, there's only one race, and that's the human race. And not to go into the Bible or nothing, but there is a scripture that says by one drop of blood, all nations were created, meaning that all of us are, in a sense, brothers and sisters. So they may want to throw around these racial slurs and stuff, but if they call us the N word, they're essentially calling themselves that as well, because we all are one. We're connected. Yes, we are. So let's vote and see what happens. Thank you so much for tuning in today to this episode of TJ's Topics. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, okay? I don't care what your political affiliation is. I don't care what your skin color is, what your religious background is, or anything else. Please know that we all are one. This is Taryn Jerome Harris, reminding you that every round goes higher and higher. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.